All right. Ooh, please don't fail me now. Hello, everybody. Good morning, or shall I say afternoon. Now, this just feels so wonderful because it's Wonderful Wednesday, but it feels so meant to be because right now, as I'm looking at the clock, it was 12:12. It's now 12:13, though, as I go to say this. But yeah, I'm going to wait for some folks to come on in. I just wanted to come live on the Broken Rose channel. So if you are new to my channel, welcome so much. I appreciate you being here. If you haven't known already, or if you're, like I said, new, I've been on YouTube for 14 years ongoing. I started in actually February of 2006 as a singer. I came on here to originally, sing and do things like that, covers and all of that. So having the confidence at 14 to come on this platform and sing. Now here I am still doing my thing. So I wanted to come and update you guys, and sorry that I'm like fiddling around. I was just trying to get the picture right for the thumbnail. You know how that goes. I wanted to discuss some new topics on this channel. So yes, as you've seen, I've been doing quite a mix of things over the years. Some things have kind of kept going. Some things are impressively, exciting to you guys. So it's been so cool to share that. But I wanted to take the time to really have you guys kind of get to know me a little bit more. You respond so well when, of course, somebody's authentic and just really feeling it. So I think that this is necessary and something meant to do. And I'm feeling more inspired. And plus, I just, having two little girls now, I'm a mother of two young ladies, and it's just really changed my perspective. And I feel that naturally, all those years of feeling, low vibrational energy over myself, I've kind of grown to inspire and surprise myself, which is the thing that you need to do anyhow. But it's just really inspired me to kind of look all around and be an inspiration. And I've always kind of had that energy because they say, as an Aries sun sign, but they say that, Aries have that, mentality of like 7 years old, like they're young. So I am like playful, and that's where the whole bubbly comes too, is like I am bubbly and I own that now, even though I used to despise it because I was the queen of darkness back in the day. But I've learned to kind of have that yin and yang energy now. So it's just really, really inspiring. And I own it. I own the bubbly because why not be bubbly? Why not be happy? There's so much negative in the world. So of course, you guys know, let's spread the love, and that's what I'm all about. So in this update, as you can see from the picture, I do have some crystals we've seen before in my crystal collection video, if you guys have seen. But go ahead and hit that like button if you're loving, the lives or like live chats and things like that, because it is exciting. Now I have shown you, excuse me, some of the wraps I did lightly. This was a broken one, so sometimes I kind of, mess around, but I am going to be selling, looking into selling. I actually perfected one of my wraps that I was working on the other day. So this is the update, and we'll get into some of the other topics, but I wanted to be on here for a while because my car is actually being worked on, so might as well kind of hang out. I've got my last stress away incense burning right now. I have my lovely pink what the heck is it called? Oh, Purity and Stillness and Purity, because you guys know I love that one. I still had a few left because I bought them on clearance. So an older wrap I was getting into practicing. I don't know if you guys. So dark kind of thing. So that wrap. And then a kind of more dainty, because some people don't like the whole wrap look, but this one's a tiger's eye. So from afar, it's like it would be very feminine, dainty kind of piece. And then up close, there it is. Now I'm feeling so much energy just kind of being around these, and I get sporadic because another topic I will be getting into, and then I've kind of opened up more because I want to relate, and it's obvious sometimes, but it's not obvious, is the adult ADD. So with that going on, and then kind of being so sensitive because I'm learning more about neurodivergence and how, very sensitive to sensations and things. So I very much am, and this is one of the things I was working on. So with the mix of, the crystal energies that is going on, and they were just fully charged and activated and cleansed by the moon. because we just had that full moon. So I did cleanse all of my jewelry. So I'm so excited. And I feel like that was the inspiration for me to get back into wrapping and considering, selling the jewelry and things. And I did a little bit of a show and tell of some products that I'm going to be selling in a location. If you're interested, just message me on Twitter if you guys are really interested, because that's the only like outlet thing that I have, or you could go onto the business inquiries page of Mistress Bubblegum, and I will check that out because that's my other channel. But I have that as more of like a setup business thing, so you can mix. I might even just add that email on here because why not? Um, because it's all kind of in the same. So this is the first wrap that I did with crystal. It is so the energy of it is just so beautiful and calming. It's a heart chakra stone, so it's the rose quartz. I am feeling like whoa, so wonderful with it. But this is the first time when I tried this heart idea. You can kind of see. So it's got this beautiful pink color, and this camera I have is not going to do it any justice, but just a hot hitter right there. The only thing is this pink is now looking a little tarnished on this one because I don't have it stored in a very positive place, I don't think, or when I put it out under the full moon. That one specifically because I already wrapped. Now I worked on some other ones. Oh goodness. So I have some clear quartz. Oh, these are so energetically charged and powerful right now. I can't even believe it. So a simple wrap. These are just to, green for that earthy feeling. And it has like secret rainbows inside. They seem to be almost double tourmalated. But yeah, so those crystals right there are wrapped and ready to go. And then I wanted to try again with the whole heart theme, and this one came out messed up on another rose quartz. So these pieces are going to be, obviously I can put them onto necklaces, or I'm wondering if I should just sell them as is. So the heart came up a little messed up because the swirls came apart, but it's still a nice color concept and whatever together. It's like still nice to do. Then I realized what the heck I was doing, and I got back into the swing and perfected my heart, because I think it's so cute when you have like the heart chakra stones and what it represents, and then just to have a heart on it. And we just had Valentine's, so I know this would have been perfect for Valentine's, but it's never too late. It's very springy, and I wanted to make a more like kind of a feminine, dainty kind of thing. And I love the self-love stones. I love the heart chakra stones. You guys already know I'm always talking about it. I love this pink color because, of course, being Mistress Bubblegum on my other channel, I've really gotten into the pink color, and it's become a I'm not even going to say the word, representing just so much. So this is clear quartz, and then I have another heart. So as you can see, really figured out how to do the heart and how to get it staying in there. It's a little messy in the back, but the main point is the heart is just, I love it. And then we also have this little dainty piece. So just working on some ideas. This is a Tibetan quartz, and it's double tourmalated. Very, very powerful. Very motivating. With this Virgo moon, I like to call myself, oh, this would go really well with the necklace that I'm wearing right now. Like if I added it, that would be charming. That would be very charming. Oh, I like that idea. Okay, so it just goes so well. So if you have a gold necklace or layers and stuff, look how dainty that is. That's so beautiful. And I'm one of those people, I love crystals. But sometimes, you want to have a nicer kind of gentler feel, and I don't have the equipment to really go, all the way with things. I'm looking into it as, the business kind of progresses and grows and things like that. And I really appreciate you guys sticking around and even through the chatty parts. But just getting inspired because I want to do metalwork jewelry. That is like a goal. And I try not to mention too many things out loud, but I always wanted to do like the metalwork so I could shape things and kind of create like stuff like this. And this is not something I made. This is something I bought because I'm very upfront. Um, So yeah, I want to do more like metal shaping. You guys get the gist of what I'm saying because it's very more permanent. I'm also, because I have so many issues with hypoallergenic things, I'm very skin sensitive. When you have real genuine stones, because all of those crystals are real, and if I'm not sure, I always mention I'm not sure if it's real. If it's not real and I know it's not real, I will tell you. But either way, a lot of the things that I create is obviously, as you know, is a very magical experience. It's a very intimate experience. And of course, done with love. So in that way, it's kind of got its own essence, as it will when it comes to handcrafting things. Um, but I do try to, like, kind of do like blessings over it, or smoke cleansings and things. And of course, with anything, depending on what you believe in or what you feel, I would highly recommend to just re-cleanse it anyways. But a lot of times when it's done with love, it's done right. It just feels like it's perfect, like ready, good to go, and it just kind of is like it just fits. And then of course, as time goes on, you do your own ritualistic things that you want to do. But that's the way I look at it, and that's the kind of intention I have behind a lot of the things that I do create, whether it is some kind of jewelry, whether it is clothing that I'm looking into doing. I'm actually working on an apron. I like to do reversible aprons, so I will try to get into that. I've made only about 3. I made one for myself. It was reversible with no pockets on one side and then pockets on the other, which I think I might have shown, but I'll show again. And then I have the other one that I'm working on for my sister. I'm not going to show it just because it is not finished and I don't feel like pulling it apart and messing up like the flow of eventually when I do it. And then of course I made one for a friend. That one was perfectly done. So I was very happy. She was the first one to receive. It was like a lemon print, and it was reversible with both the pockets. So really appreciate it. So going back to the jewelry really quick, just showing you. So I have some, I don't know if I'm necessarily going to sell this, but I also like to consider having it be light on the ears. And these are actually some shells from Puerto Rico. So when I was in Puerto Rico, I brought home some shells from the island and made a pair of earrings. And I might keep them for myself just because the significance of the trip. But I also consider doing some kind of like, dual thing where a percent of the jewelry that I might have made from that area goes back to that area in some way, because I feel like that would only be right. I have a lot of respect and intention for things. So, that's the kind of way that I think of it. And I think that would be a wonderful way to kind of be like, okay, thank you so much for this blessing. And here's my way of giving back to that community, to my bloodline and heritage. And I feel very connected and at peace with that. And then some chakra elephant earrings. So easy, easy kind of things, but just to show you guys what I've been up to. Like I said, doing a lot of sewing and things like that. When I can, because of course, being a mother of 2 and then having ADD and having no place to set up things really in the current situation, it's all good. But yeah, I have some simple stuff. This is an example of an earring that is being a little weird right now. But this one is not real stone. It's just like a semi. There we go. It's not real stone, but I made a pair, just simple. So this is kind of like a fake turquoise or whatever. But like I said, I keep it real, and I will tell you guys, I like to have real and fake stuff, just because I like to have fun and experiment and learn how to wrap things in a different kind of way. I also want to show you really quick just some new earrings and things, because if you look at, and I'm gonna link the video in here, the one that I accidentally put on my other channel, because it's more of like ASMR and bubblegum. But I have some other earrings that I've worked on as well. So a lot of evil eye stuff. I don't really feel like taking it out of the plastic, but you can see they're kind of, I just have them held in here together. Let me go through the plastic. So we have some of those. Oh man, there we go. So we have some pairs, we see a style with the black. It looks like an 8-ball. And then we have some other dangle style, some stonage styles. But really, really fun. So I like to do that incognito thing. I've been considering a lot more dainty attention to detail, because I think that that kind of gives it a more zest. Like I was very, with my fashion sense or things that I'm kind of into, I'm very into having it be like, you know, flashy or like big hoop earrings. Like right now, today is a good example of that. Like this is kind of subtle, but it's a little heavier on the ear. So I try to consider, real stones and crystals are obviously heavy. I want to keep that in mind and keep the hypoallergenic stuff in mind, the skin sensitivities, being more natural, being more fair trade. Like I'm very conscious and I try to go and strive for those things, but I'm very real if I can't, accommodate all of that feeling. I also need a drink of my water, but so this one again, I have little teeny fake turquoise blue earrings, just kind of playing around with like wire and trying to make new uses for it instead of just the dream catchers. I got up a lot earlier. So another one. So just some really, really fun ideas. And then I've shown you guys the other ones in my video. More simple. So just simple evil eye ones and then some kind of daintier things, but I just wanted to have fun with it. And then these I'm really proud of. These I took a little more. This is silver plated, so with moonstone. And then this one's not silver plated, but it's another moonstone collection. So I've got some really charged up, really, nurturing. I just love moonstone. It's such a nurturing vibe. And it really is suitable, I feel, right now for this time because we just had, of course, our full moon in Virgo. So it feels like it's very, very fitting for the energy. And I don't know about you guys, but like I said, sometimes I can be a lazy witch with a W, or in general, But I try to make things easier on myself. And sometimes I'm not motivated, or like I said, being a mom, it's like, oh my gosh, do I have time to go outside and like mess around and try to be under the moon and blah, 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 without like so many questions and like, what are you doing? Let me take a drink. So I was really excited when I got to go outside and make some moon water. It's been a really long time, but it was like long overdue. So making some moon water, we have a stream and we go up every once in a while. So that's the greatest when you want to go. And like it feels like it's already naturally charged all the time, but I just take that, put it in a glass vial, bless it, do like whatever, and just kind of make the moon water and then put it in to drink and just get the energies. I'm sorry, I'm like a little tired because like I said, it was just kind of a go-go day kind of a thing. Okay, so I'm also been doing the weight loss stuff. So I've been taking it a little easy. I literally work out every single day, or have been since like December 28th. Officially, I can say it's been like a very consistent thing. So the other day I did like a 10 or 12-minute yoga episode, and I at least try to do yoga stretch. Today I'm gonna have to do it a little bit later because I was kind of, you know, kind of interrupted, but it's fine because now with the way that I look at this fitness and weight loss journey, I just really feel like it's all good and I don't beat myself up over things. I honor cravings. I'm not like, you have to be 100% like, da, da, da. Like I make that like the 80-20 kind of mindset where it's like 80% of the time I'm on it. I'm doing, what I need to do, excuse me, to make myself feel better or whatever. And then it's like, the 20%, if I, have a rest day or like just kind of things happen day, it's not a big deal to me. I'm not worried about it. But I just keep it in mind just because I don't want to lose motivation and spiral down and out of control. Because that is something for myself personally that is like, um, you know, very easy to do sometimes, especially when it's just like, it's easier to just like not have to work so hard, right? Um, so yeah, we have so many, many, many topics. That's how it's been going with the weight loss thing. So like I said, just a light yoga or like 10 minutes at least of like a high intensity interval training. And I know I sound like a broken record. But that's kind of just like at least that's what I'm doing, kind of thing. And now that spring is coming, which I mentioned a little in the description, with the whole spring vibes, and naturally a lot of people feel that like spring fever. I'm already feeling it, but I'm also in Aries and this is my birthday month. So I feel like the Aries energy season, which we're still in Pisces, I know. But the Aries energy kind of comes in and is like, it's very masculine. So it's got that kind of like, let's get in, let's get to it, let's get it done. Just it's got a lot of energy to it. So it's nice to kind of feel that energy. And then I don't know, the Virgo moon stuff I'm telling you is motivational because it's like that's an Aries thing, but it's just like, I don't know. I haven't felt like that so much, but I'm really inspired to declutter and clean. And as you guys have seen on my channel lately, I've been doing some organization stuff for small homes, just trying to be a little bit more relatable, a little bit more open, because, obviously I have a very glamorous, field and outlook, and I just kind of bring it and embrace it. And it's like I have a bougie essence about me. So sometimes um, so it's like I wanted to like really open up and incorporate that and not have to feel like, oh, because everybody, it's wonderful. Like I strive for that and a goal. But like they have like these luxurious things, and it's like, well, how did you get there? So just kind of getting there and then having moments to look back, really reflect and see how far we've come. So because of that inspiration and because I know there's so much greatness to come, because all I do is just, have that beautiful faith, I felt really compelled to come on here and kind of talk to you guys about that stuff. So, kind of just, showing you the level up journey, how to kind of level up your life in all aspects, to be kind of a better parent, to be, better with just everybody in general. um it's just kind of something that's really inspired, and I know nothing's perfect, of course. There's a lot of things when, like I've mentioned before, and some shadow works and things like that that I've been doing, and a lot of healing. I think it's important for us to look within and try to heal, because I don't think that anyone is 100% like, healed from certain things. But I think we can become more at peace with that and learn better ways to just really, really, really be in flow. And that's what I strive for, because I'm such a fiery energy, such a direct kind of, like I have to feel like I have some kind of control over things, of course. I'm happy to admit it. And that's why I wanted to get into these topics, being a mother of two, and just the kind of the journey that I've had, because you guys know a little bit from my healing from a narcissist, or certain, like my top 5 crystals from healing from a narcissist video. I kind of talk lightly in there, and my top 5 crystals, favorite crystal video. You guys seem to really, really love that. So I wanted to kind of open up more in that direction. And I know that I can do that now because, it's beyond forgiveness. It's beyond like being okay with things, as more to, excuse me, I got to like readjust. Um, as it is more of something that's like, you feel like you've really grown, you've healed past, some of these traumas and things. Sorry, I'm like, gotta readjust. So, I really was looking for that when I was going through those situations myself, and it's so easy to get caught up in like there's so much information now about narcissists, and I feel like I abuse the word, so I'm sorry, but it's not like I really mean to. But it's so thrown around, and it's just like it's very confusing sometimes, and it just walks a thin line. So then it's like with the person in my life who I considered that, because I attract them very much. They would say that they were empathic, and I was like, how can you be empathic when you literally like break people without remorse, almost like it, to me, my experience. So I wanted to bring that up and talk about it, because I think that it would be important for, people to know not to be angry so much, even if people are hurting you, like just to really feel that forgiveness and not want to retaliate, not want to be petty minded, not want to go and be low vibrational, but for it to see like the honesty and the truth of what it is. So, I heard more about like dark empath. If you guys check out, kudos, and I want to give them credit. It's psych to go. And that's the first time that I ever heard that term. And it kind of it really made sense to a narcissist kind of thing. So it was basically like that's a really great way to explain, how somebody could feel even narcissistically, narcissists, feel like they are an empath and feel like they're doing good when really it's like there's a darker intention and motivation. So it just was really interesting to learn. And I just saw so many things that were like very negative, very like simmer in the trauma and feel bad about these things and just continually like hear these things over and over on repeat. And I was more for the elevation. It was like, okay, these are the qualities, these are the things that are kind of happening within this moment. And to kind of realize that um we don't have to feel like we can't forgive somebody or we have to be mad at like what's going on with the situation and know like the tough loves and the hard truths that sometimes we ignore, the things that are happening to us because we are in a low vibration that we might not understand that we're in. And then it's like people see those vulnerabilities, and then if they're used to kind of rolling with those punches and understanding how somebody's feeling, like they have those empathic traits where they can understand somebody's feeling, thought process, what they want, how to mirror them, kind of a thing. um and then it just kind of takes over unexpectedly. But I realize that I can't, like, I'm no longer trying to blame anything or anyone, but more looking at how my reaction, how my awareness of myself is. And it's very hard to open up and say things like that, especially since I'm one of those people who, always want to be right, always want to know what we're doing. And I don't, and we don't, people just don't. But, I'm trying to do the more on my part of how I can truly change something, how I can keep things together or, not allow something to go down. And now looking back at this situation, it's like, okay, I've seen what I allowed, what got into my head that was not my own. But I can't blame anybody but myself in that instance. And here's the thing, because we're going to get into so many topics on this channel, but I really wanted to open up to the door with this. That is why now, and I've noticed with my healthier relationships where I'm happier, things like that, and things are more flowing, I kind of keep anything that's distraught to myself. Like sometimes it's hard to say, and I get this because I'm not trying to like tell people don't talk about relationships or whatever. You do you, you do what you feel is correct and good for yourself. But in my case, it's like every time I would bring up like a negative thing or I was just not in a healthy relationship, the person wasn't mature, um to handle things like an adult. It was like we were both kind of adding to this petty situation, and then you go and tell your buddies and whatever, and it's like they're going to have that negative kind of viewpoint of what the person did. So I feel like it's sacred. Like if you yourself, and you need like outside influence, I understand, but if you yourself are going to get into a relationship, you have to know and have that set up boundaries and really stick to them, because it's one thing to be like, yeah, I set them, and then you let somebody get away with something and it slowly slips into they're getting away with all these other things now that you never ever wanted to happen. So now it's like learning with the best and most healthiest relationship that I feel I've evolved to now. I made sure that no, I'm not letting anybody in, because of course having kids too, you really consider that and go, okay, I need to think about my choice. It's funny how that makes you reconsider and think. And I was always told, um, you know, to kind of know yourself, know your boundaries, and not kind of feel forced into things, and yeah, not want to get into, having kids or whatnot. So, or like consider, that's where I was trying to go with that, is consider who you're dating and things, as if you could have a oopsie accidental moment, especially if you're going to be giving your body to somebody. Not to sound like overzealous, I don't know if that's the word, but now having young ladies of my own, I'd rather them consider their body, consider, are you at my standard? And there's nothing wrong with having the high standards when it comes to having your self-care, your self-love and improvement, because that raises the bar for how other people are going to treat you. And I 100% see that now. If you guys check out my oldest video, and just, appearances, they are and they are not everything, but to an extent they are. And you could obviously tell that I was very down and low self-esteem, the environment, things that you're told, and it's not even just like an at-home thing, because you can't even blame that. It's just like the outside world and its environment is just kind of crazy on its own. Um, so just knowing that, like, for my girls, like, to keep that in mind and to let them know that they don't have to settle just because, everybody else has somebody in their life, because that's not it either. Um, so I wanted to get more into relationships, but that is why I'm going to start discussing things like this, the adult ADD and motherhood stuff, getting into more of my story with my first child's father, kind of a thing, because like I said, I'm more healed from that. So I feel like we can kind of discuss it. And I'm actually very thankful and happy. And I see it's almost like as I'm working through things, I'm seeing why certain people are the way they are, and that's beautiful. That's okay. And I totally trust and love that, because it's just made me accept myself, and I accept more of the good and the bad, the flaws and all, because I'm seeing in myself what I need to work on, but I'm also seeing the beauty in others, and just like truly accepting, like being accepted and accepting of others. When you really truly do that on a day-to-day basis, is so life-changing. So I really wanted to get into that, just to have it, for myself on certain days to relate. Because if you're like me and you have kids, and you have, certain goals and aspirations, such as myself, or, whatever, I just want to relate to that. And I want to have a more, positive kind of feeling towards it. I don't want to have it be this dramatic, like kind of clickbait kind of situation, because that's not the way that I work. Sometimes in my younger days, it's like, okay, are we getting out of hand? Oh, I gotta be the baddie. I gotta own this situation. And it's like, no, sometimes you just gotta let it go and see what it was for what it was, and what people can kind of control within themselves or what they can't. So it's just so important. Like, I think it's so important to have a real discussion about relationships, and a real, like, down to earth person who's kind of been through that, and who's kind of kept it steady or whatever, and just like to keep that advice for myself and for my kids that might potentially want to hear. I might forget, or I don't know, just little stories you can go back and reflect on. And I know I have some young ladies on this channel, and like I said, I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do, so don't think that at all, because being an Aries girl, I'm not going to tell you what to do because I don't like it. But just like something to consider, to chat about, see what you guys think, and see if you're into it and you like it. So, and like I said, having just kind of this more understanding mellow, like, it's not good, it's not bad, it's just kind of like, okay, there's an understanding here, this is why it happened, I'm not holding anything against it, and I'm honestly thankful for, the good and the bad, everything in life. Even when I don't understand it, there's always a reason. There's always a reason, a season, or a lifetime kind of a situation, right? So aside from that, aside from like the weight loss journey, because that's been a big one, it's just kind of, being a better example for myself, and, obviously in the eyes of the littles. Looking into new, like, tips and ideas and how to incorporate things. I'm looking on, ways to kind of sell things in platforms. I am writing like a crazy. So hopefully we'll have some writings, out there very soon for you guys to be checking it out. And then also, let me see. I was hoping to like answer some questions and things like that today, but I'm having so many issues with the descriptions and, everything that we're discussing. So let me see if I can edit something. Upcoming topics that I done. Okay, yeah. So we'll just cancel out of that. Okay. So just kind of seeing. So those are the topics, and then of course, speaking of motherhood and like the relationships and things, I did want to get into the stories of like my pregnancy, what I felt, what I was kind of going through, in case anybody feels like they were going through the same thing, and are like confused or like worried and things. And like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm a doctor and tell you what to do, but this is just kind of a heart-to-heart relatory, can you feel me, because I can feel you on this kind of situation. So just creating a lot of things, making a lot of jewelry, making a lot of wraps, just kind of deep diving into that. And then I also collect a lot of hag stones, which is stones with holes in them. So because I feel fairly well with that, I wanted to kind of figure out a way to incorporate that and see what you thought on those. Um, and I do have a video on some of the ones that I found in different various locations, whether it was like riverside or at the ocean. I also wanted to bring up possibly some topics on the obvious that you guys may or may not known and seen. But I do get asked about it from time to time, and it is something that is very relevant right now in our youth, especially unfortunately because of the pandemic has really enhanced these feelings, and then just in general, it feels like the collective is kind of working through things. But I did want to get into topics potentially because it is triggering and it is difficult to talk about, which is self mutilation and mental health awareness stuff. So I think that's important because it is it goes hand in hand with a lot of other things. So I feel like because I've been asked so many times if I could talk about that, let me know in the comments down below if you've made it this far in the video. Thank you so much for watching. But if you feel like that would be a good topic, I think it would, but I just want to feel it out with you guys first. It's something that is kind of sometimes tough for me to talk about, but it's been so long and I've been so well without it. That's how I can relate to people with like addictions and things, because it's like that is kind of an addictive but mutilative behavior. And I just want to inspire that if you feel this way or you're going through those things, that it can be better and you can find better ways. So I do want to talk about that on my platform. I do want to talk about that on my channel because that is part of the name The Broken Rose. That is why my channel name had a very low vibrational kind of feel to it, but it's not. It's really a channel of evolving and just peace, calm, and clarity and things like that. And I just really want it to be a place of like you can be you with no judgments, no trolling. I don't engage, I don't entertain that kind of a thing. I'd rather not. So please be mindful of that and know up front that ain't nobody got time for that. But oh my goodness, can I just take a deep breath? So I just, heart to heart, just really feel like that would be a wonderful conversation. I did want to still put up some other videos that I've been working on, but it's been, like I said, kind of interesting. But I've just had so many excellent and wonderful ideas lately, a lot of synchronicities and just a lot of pushing to kind of get on and conversate and review with you guys. I know I said I was going to do the like book review stuff too, so I am still looking into doing that. So let me know in the comments if you watch this far, of course, what you think about that. And I'm just trying to figure out what else. Like I said, this is kind of like a wishy-washy kind of vlog and update on just the things that are going on and discussing, because I really think that that's important. And I might I might like stop this stream and then go on to make kind of like a video on that topic, because I think it's really important and it's really taught me a lot. And plus I want to do, the pregnancy stories and things. Like I wish I just didn't feel so nervous about it and did it as it was going on. But I think I'm going to do that more in a what is it, like an organized fashion, where I can kind of put some old pictures up, some old moments of like when I was pregnant, because I'm obviously not pregnant anymore, but and working on losing the weight and everything. But just to kind of give you guys an idea, because it was really an intense kind of thing, and I just think it would be a good topic to talk about. And then it's like a lot of reminiscence, so like my daughters can go back and watch and see how I felt, because I think back in the day, like when I would always like look up videos on YouTube vlogs to kind of get a feel for like, what am I going to feel like? What's it going to be like? And, for those that don't have their moms around, I think it's very helpful. I couldn't even imagine that, And luckily for me, I got to hear some of the stories from my mom, but it would have been really, really awesome if like back then they had more of like a camera recording YouTube thing. Who knows who would do it really like in those times, but it just is really cool to kind of reflect in a virtual way and be like, oh, how did my mom feel at this, week or stage or whatever. So because that is a part of my life, I am going to add that in there. And then of course more of like the organization stuff and just kind of tips on cleaning and decluttering and kind of cleansing things, because I'm just very, very inspired with that. It goes full circle. I'm also going to be kind of clearing out a space. I'm looking at my incense and stuff over in the other corner there, but just kind of clearing out a space so that I can do more work as far as stone wrappings and things like that. Excuse me. But yeah, this one and I don't know, what do we think about this? I was going to make it into a necklace. Then I have another amethyst. Going back to the crystals, because there's that good old ADD, right? Now, I am a big fan, and I wanted to talk about some of my inspirations as far as like my journey and kind of, getting more in touch and in tune. And there's so many variety of things, so you can check it out in my playlist. I think I have some like, examples of it or whatnot. Um, what else can we think? Like I said, I was just really hoping that we could have like a chit chat kind of conversation, but I think this is a good starting point to kind of tell you guys like upcoming like things that I'm doing. I don't want to kind of drag it on, but I'm just trying to think about what else I meant to write it down, what I was gonna do. Hmm. What could it be? I really appreciate all the support that you guys have given me on my channel through the years. I do want to do my 14 years on YouTube kind of video, like what it's been like, and what people used to always say. They were always laughing at me, like, because I always wanted to do videos, so I'd be like, let's go make a video, which now Bizarre Bark is always like, let's go make a video. Hey, obviously you could tell I have kids, um but I would always be saying that to my cousin, and they would just be like, dude, you and your videos, are you serious? Like, you're such a cheeseball. And now everybody wants to be a YouTube star, which is cool. I'm all for it. Very, very supportive of other channels. But yeah, it's just kind of turned into a plethora of things, like from singing, and then now I'm just kind of adding in like my own poetry and my own music. I want to add more stuff with like my daughter's art. My daughter, who is almost 5, she is so artistic and creative. One time we went into, speaking of a crystals shop, I went into the crystal shop, and the woman who does readings and things there, we were just kind of passing by. I was there obviously to get stones or something, and my daughter was little. She was like 6 months at the time. And the lady just looked into her blue. I mean, my daughter's eyes are like as blue as my earrings. Like, they're very, very light. They almost look like gray sometimes, but just very beautiful eyes. I always love blue eyes, by the way, because as you can see, I have dark brown eyes, so I feel like that's why. But I just always adored and love blue. I mean, really sky blue eyes. My grandmother has blue eyes. My mom has blue eyes. So I think like naturally, I just, something about blue eyes. It's like happiness, the sky, and it's beautiful because my mom actually, she has a halo, a yellow halo type of thing around the dark of the pupil. So does my fiance actually, but I just think it's so beautiful and magical. So anyways, speaking about eyes, so she's got these beautiful eyes, and the lady looked at her and said, wow, she is so artistic, like she's going to be an artist, she's very creative. And it's wild because most kids are, but my daughter seems to really like, I want to show you guys because it's beyond, like she uses every crayon. Like sometimes I used to draw stuff with like one thing and be lazy. Like this girl colors things, and she's got like stories with it, and constantly just in the vibe. So I really love it. And I'm gonna try to maybe do something along those lines if you guys are interested and want to check it out. What else? And of course, my other little one, kind of being in like a fiance mode because I've been engaged for 4 years. So, kind of talking about that, maybe like get into that. I don't know if you guys feel and all that stuff. So, like I said, really, really just appreciate the support. I'm feeling so tired right now. I can't even lie. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about it. Hopefully this isn't too rambling on, but I really don't even mind at this point. I just feel like it would be great to kind of throw those ideas and topics out to you guys, let you know what I'm thinking and considering, say hello, say what's up, what's going on. And just know that I am working on things, that I am looking into making my little like YouTube 14 years on YouTube thing. And I wanted to do like a reaction video to some of my other videos because sometimes I'll just sit here and be laughing or like, what was I thinking? And, I have some silly stuff on there because I am a little bit of a goofball. I also wanted to talk about just friendships, like, what kind of friendships and just like, things like that, just to be relatable. Um, because I had some topic and ideas that I think are really, really good ideas, like the topic of, should men and women or girls and boys be friends or whatever. So just things like that and like my thought process on it. Because obviously I've experienced that. I have brothers and I had mostly male friends my whole life growing up. So I wanted to talk about like what I consider that and all that good stuff. So really, really, like I said, appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up on any videos that you truly enjoy. And hey, even put a thumbs down if you don't like it so I know what you love and what you don't love, and just kind of getting more and more into things, because I think it would just be phenomenal. And then, of course, I've been writing a lot of stuff, so figuring out how to like incorporate that in. But I might start either another live or another video. Um, just kind of talking about those topics separately until there's kind of a little bit more traction and motivation because I've been very inspired by so many beautiful ladies out there before me who have kind of paved the way. So just wanted to throw that out there. So that's my little update. I've been doing good, like I said, with the weight loss stuff, and it's been better. With just staying on top of things and everything like that, having more of a flow, more mindfulness, things like this. And now I probably will be doing some more laundry and getting into other things like that. But I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. And I really appreciate anyone who has stopped by to check out the video. Working on a lot of ideas. I might even do some music. I've been really wanting to do like a lot of music. And I know my fiance's been feeling it too because he's been picking up the guitar and all that good stuff. But, um, I've just been so wrapped up in wrapping stones and creating jewelry and stuff, doing a little bit of, excuse me, intuitive journaling. That's been a big one. I woke up at 2:22 this morning. And so that was really like, call me silly, but another moment for me to be like, okay, I'm going to come on the live and we're going to go on the Broken Rose. And also, do you think I should change my thumbnail picture? My thumbnail picture is like me at 16, I think. I don't even know. So I wanted to change the thumbnail. But let me know what you think. I'm going to stop rambling on because I'm going to get into a few other things. I might even work on another type of different video because I just want to throw those ideas out there. See who was on the live, who wanted to come and like maybe ask questions and things like that. But I will catch you guys on my other channel, Mistress Bubblegum, for all things bubbly and bubblegum burlesque. I also talk about my OnlyFans journey on there. So if you're curious, to my own personal OnlyFans, or you're curious as to my thoughts on it, I've given it a all-American good try. I believe I started it in like June or July of 2020. So we've been on there doing a little something, something. And it's been fun. It's truly an art form of its own, and that's what I look at it as. It's like that is my art. That is my dream of burlesque and, dancing and expression and just like no judgment, no zone. So it's just like a wonderful place to be because it's not like you don't have to be like, oh, is this gonna be an issue? Because it's pretty chill over there. I mean, considering like what exactly is taught, there's certain things, there's obviously boundaries, but um, talking about that over there on that channel. So, like I said, once again, I appreciate you guys so much. Where the heck is this accent coming from? I appreciate you guys so much for watching. I know I said that 100 times. I know I always do this, and I'm so apologetic for that, but I am working on it. And I will see you guys in the next live chat. Hopefully, we can talk about it. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments below. Let me know what you think, what topics you guys would be interested in me talking about. And if you made it this far, thank you guys so much because I really appreciate it. I know I can be like hard to concentrate in on sometimes, and I am feeling a little like slow. I get like tired and like lethargic around some like the stones. I swear, every time I have stones, like the crystals in my videos, it's like I don't even know. I feel like it just is so the vibrations are like makes me want to just lay down, and I'm on my bed, so I want to just like lay down and like, oh my goodness. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna recoup and kind of figure out what to get into next as far as maybe making a video, editing the description and all that good stuff. So I hope to catch you guys more on the live. Thank you. I'm really heading out this time. Appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you like it, and feel free to share. Have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday.